and welcome. We've got a full house of cheering fans, including Earl B., the home team's biggest fan.
Earl B, he's our man. Earl B, the home team's biggest fan.
Great day, great game. Thanks to all you fans for coming out, especially Earl B. See you next game, everybody.
For the best sports in Lorain, that's TV 20, Lorain City Schools Television.
On a rather rainy Friday night at Lorain Southview High School. Good evening, everyone. I'm Ron Bacalar, along with my partner, Bob Braskich. And we have a new cameraman, producer, and director with us tonight. It is Bob Schlembaker, and he is the assistant to our regular Joe Bach at WLCS TV 20. So we welcome Bob Schlembaker to our basketball game. And Bob, we've got a big one here on this Friday, February 20th.
Ron, this is huge. This game is huge. Historically, if you look back at Southview's history, Southview's going for their 14th win tonight. Only 5 other times in the history of the school has Southview won 14 games in a season. Also tonight, they can lock up the Erie Division Championship. They have 2 losses. Southview, we have 2 losses in the league. Bedford has 3. Everybody else has 4 or more. So by beating Bedford tonight, regardless of what happens next week at Maple Heights, Southview is in as champion, and that hasn't happened in 18 years, and only 3 other occasions in the history of the school has there been a basketball championship. So this is huge, Ron, huge.
I know Gabe Rios, in a statement in the newspaper, said the last time Southview had a conference championship in basketball, he was 1 year old.
1985, 1986 to be exact. And that was a 4-team league, without nearly the competitive level, with all due respect to the Lake Erie League.
All right, the Southview Saints, coached by Brian Corey, are 13-5 on the season, 6-2 in the Erie Division of the Lake Erie Conference. The Bedford Bearcats are coached by Everett Hurd. They are 9-6 on the season, 5-3 in the Erie Division of the Lake Erie Conference. When these 2 teams first met in Bedford, Southview came back to Lorain victorious.
Right.
So here they are on their home court. Bedford has everything to gain and basically nothing to lose.
Exactly.
And Southview, again, has to be in a position to come out, like we've said so often, Bob, and play basketball, not 1, not 2, but 4 quarters.
Exactly. The first 10 possessions of the game are critical. Both teams are very similar in size. Both teams are very similar in style of play. I think the difference is they both play a full-court game. Southview does it better than Bedford. Not significantly better, but enough to win. The only thing that can stop the Saints tonight is if they have a poor shooting night. That's the only thing that can stop them.
It's interesting to point out that Coach Everett Hurd, in his starting 5, has just 1 senior, 1 junior, and 3 sophomores, obviously building for the future, Bob.
Right, absolutely, and he has a wonderful JV team. Most coaches feel that their JV team, large Lake or Erie Division, is maybe the best JV group. Of course, he has some juniors playing down there, but most of the coaches feel that's the most competitive JV group in the league.
And speaking of the JV game, that game was won by the Bedford Bearcats by a score of 67-41, and we're going to trust that is not an omen for the upcoming varsity game.
Exactly.
It is senior night here at Lorain Southview High School. We'll be telling you who the seniors are that have been honored tonight. In the meantime, with the pit band in full blare, we'll be back with the start of tonight's ball game right after this timeout.
My dad is a hero. He goes into places normal people want to get away from. He rescues families, makes everyone safe. But the best thing he can do is come home.
The U.S. Fire Administration reminds you to protect the heroes who protect our lives. Have a smoke alarm on every floor. Test it monthly. Replace the battery yearly. Do your part to get out before they have to come in.
Your one-stop place for something really special is Impressions, corner of Oberlin Avenue and Tower Boulevard. T-shirts and sweatshirts personally designed to your specific needs. Anything from bears, trains to zebras, and specially designed hats as well. And don't forget Impressions, your one-stop spot for school jackets. See Dave, the designer expert at Impressions, Oberlin Avenue at Tower Boulevard, right here in Lorain. Back here at Lorain Southview High School, the big game just about ready to get underway. The Saints of Lorain Southview playing host to the Bearcats of Bedford. And as you heard my partner Bob Braskett say, it's for the marbles. If Southview wins this game tonight, they are out-and-out champions of the Erie Division of the Lake Erie League. A loss to Bedford would put the two teams into a two-way tie. And there's the jump center. The ball comes down in favor of the Southview Saints. Checking the starting five for the Saints. Number 12, Adrian Rodriguez, 5'7" sophomore. Number 21 is Gabe Rios, and there is Mario Ezel with the first 2 points of the ball game. Number 40 is 6'2" senior. Coach Brian Corey starting his 4 seniors since this is the last home game of the regular season, and it is senior night. A 3-point attempt by the Bearcats, no good. They get the rebound, and up and in is number 42, Jason Thompson.
He really got up. Both teams coming out, full court pressure.
Marquel Miller, and we're going to have a blocking foul against the Bearcats. Number 54, Jason Chapman. That's his first and the team's first. We're tied up 2-2 here in the early moments of the first quarter. Also starting for the Southview Saints, in addition to Gabe Rios, number 21, a 6'2" senior. John Brown is number 30, a 6-foot senior. Mario Ezel, a 6'2" senior, number 40. And number 42 is Marquel Miller, and a takeaway by the Bearcats. Going to the basket, up and dropping in for 2 is Jason Thompson. Plus he was fouled.
You know, Mario just got caught under the basket, didn't have anybody to pass to, and obviously the turnover turned into a transition basket and a 3-point opportunity.
The foul is on Adrian Rodriguez, a 3-point attempt here by Jason Thompson if he makes it. Missing on the foul shot, Ezel on the rebound.
If you get caught under the basket like that, try to score, you'll get fouled. Don't throw it away.
And another takeaway by the Bearcats. And it's Thompson.
Pick up. Southview's not picked up. They're not. There you go.
Taking the baseline and the ball to the basket and dropping it off and handing it to number 54, Jason Chapman, missing on the layup. The Saints on the rebound. The Saints trail 4-2. Gabe Rios.
Yes.
And he ties it up.
Ron, the first 10 possessions are critical.
We're tied up 4-4. And we're going to have a blocking foul called against the Saints. And it's going to be Marquel Miller, his first and the team's second.
You know, one of the big decisions going into this game for the Saints coaching staff was whether to press or not. And they decided to go with what's been good to them, the full court pressure all year long.
Up and in, 2-pointer for Jason Chapman. That puts the Bearcats ahead by 2, 6-4. But Gabe Rios dishing off to Marquel Miller. We're tied up again at 6-6.
But the pressure hasn't hurt Bedford thus far. One of the things Bedford does well, you'll notice they get the ball out of bounds and inbounds very, very quickly before the press can set up.
Coming into the ball game now for the Bearcats, number 51, Marlon Leak, a senior. Jason Chapman, a senior, going to the bench.
You know,
also in the lineup for the Bearcats, we have number 23, Charles Osby, a sophomore. Number 31, Donzel Moore, a sophomore. Number 34 is Derek Reed, a junior. And number 42 is Jason Thompson, a sophomore. And it's Thompson with 2. Thompson putting the Bearcats ahead by 2, 8-6.
I mean, just Bedford just right through the press off the dribble. Can't allow that to happen. And a turnover by their pressure.
Thompson couldn't save it from going out of bounds. Both he and the ball going out of bounds. It'll be Saints ball, and we have a timeout on the floor. And it's going to be a 32nd timeout. Our score is Southview 6. The Bedford Bearcats 8. And Bob, I might point out that the young lady who sang the national anthem tonight, Jasmine Vasquez.
Ron,
Jasmine Vasquez.
we have heard a lot of good ones over the past few years. That was up there. That ranks with the best we've heard. That was really well done.
And here is a young lady, and I know Southview has its own rendition of the American Idol. They have the Southview Idol, and this young lady ought to try out for next
Absolutely.
year's American Idol. What
Absolutely.
a fantastic voice. A lot of wonderful talent here at Lorraine Southview High School. Well, the Saints trail by 2, 8-6. Thompson on the shot, missing. Marquel Miller on the rebound, brings it into the lane, puts it up off the rim, no good, tries to get his own rebound, and finally brought down by Donzel Moore. Moore to Thompson, Thompson up, and it's off the backboard, coming down with the ball, now in the lineup for the Southview Saints, number 45, Ryan Jackson, a 6'4" junior.
What is hurting the Saints thus far is Bedford's ability to bring it at a very high rate of speed in transition. And they're beating the Saints back. The Saints, quite frankly, Ron, are lucky only to be down by 2. Although I did think Gabe Rios took a charge on that last possession. It wasn't called.
The foul was on Marlon Leak, his first, the team's second.
Powered up.
Ryan Jackson up and in.
Both teams are making the other team pay for pressing. And when I say pay for pressing, when you press up in the backcourt, you're giving up your defense deep. It's difficult to stay ahead of the ball. And what you want to do if somebody presses you is make them pay by converting in transition. Both teams are doing that very well right now.
Ryan Jackson tied up the score at 8-8. Chance to go ahead, and he does with the foul shot. Southview in the lead now, 9-8.
Here we go again.
Leaks on the miss. Moore on the rebound.
Foul.
And we're going to have a foul.
Again, I hate to second guess coach's decisions, but if Bedford continues to bring the ball against Southview's pressure off the dribble the way they are with such skill, I would consider falling back and picking them up at half court and making them go through the heart of the defense.
That's the third personal foul on Marlon Leak, who came off the bench just moments ago to replace Jason Chapman. And now in the lineup replacing Leaks is Jamal Rippey. Jamal Rippey, number 11, a sophomore. John Brown in the lane, up and in.
Good job of spreading the floor there by the Saints. That opens up those dribble opportunities.
And the first big lead now for the Saints. They lead by 3, 11-8. And we're going to have a foul in the lane.
I like what the Saints are doing half court. They're offensively. They're spreading. It's an open 5. Bedford's defense, help defense, isn't that good, so it gives you some opportunities to beat people off the dribble and get to the basket. Good offensive strategy.
The foul is on Gabe Rios, his first and the team's third. The Bearcats with 4 team fouls. The Saints with 3. Out of bounds, and they're going to give it to the Bearcats.
Wow, I didn't see it that way. Rare zone look here by the Saints. They very rarely play any zone defense, just on the out-of-bounds plays.
Faking the 3, coming inside the circle and missing entirely on that shot, Derek Reed.
See, I think if you make them go through the heart of your defense, they're going to struggle. You've got to take away transition baskets.
Ryan Jackson couldn't handle the feed. It was knocked out of bounds by one of the Bearcats. Saints will keep it. Saints in the lead by 3, 11-8. And if you sense we're giving the score more often, yes, we are. And we want to thank the folks at the AMVETS in Lorraine.
They called me last Sunday and said, announce the score more often. We love the broadcast, but we can't keep up with the score. 13-8.
All right, 13-8. Southview leading by 5, and the basket was scored by Marquel Miller. Missing on that shot, number 42, Jason Thompson for the Bearcats. Gabe Rios!
Get in there!
And Ryan Jackson on the tip back, no good. Finally, the Bearcats come down with it. It's Thompson right to the basket and dropping it in for 2.
See, one of the keys for the Saints is they've got to sprint ahead of the basketball. Bedford's beating them down the floor.
Jason Thompson now with 8 points for the Bearcats here in the first quarter. 13-10.
Yes.
Gabe Rios, and he's got a 3.
I believe we've got an official's timeout here, Ron.
The net was kind of sticking to the rim on that hot three-pointer by Gabriel. 16-10,
Well,
Saints by 6.
And as we predicted, the Saints have taken the press off. Well, I really didn't predict it. I just thought it should happen. They're picking up at half court here. They're going to force Bedford to go through the heart of their defense. Now, the key here is to rebound the basketball. And Bedford's had a couple stickbacks already. You've got to rebound the basketball.
We've got 3 minutes and 40 seconds remaining in the first quarter, 16-10. In the circle, putting it up for two, missing Jamal Rippey. Brian Ramopoulos. Adrian Rodriguez missing on the three. Rebound by Thompson. Lost it momentarily, picked up by Brandon Pitts now in the lineup for the Bearcats. Brandon Pitts, number 21, a sophomore. And the loose ball finally dropped in by Jason Chapman.
We're getting one right here.
Yo, Mario Ezel went to the basket and he was fouled big time. And the foul is on Jamil Rippey, his first and the team's fifth.
Ron, size-wise, I know you didn't have the sizes, but I stole a copy of the Southview Scouting Report. Size-wise, Chapman is 6'4" for Bedford. He's going to Wisconsin on a full ride for football. Leak, number 51, is 6'3". Thompson, 42, is 6 feet. And Reed, 34, is 5'11".
Mario Ezel at the foul line. He'll get two, made the first. 17-12, Southview leading by 5 with 3:04 remaining in the first quarter.
Now that last pickup on that loose ball and the stick back by Chapman hurt. I'm very impressed with Bedford. I haven't seen him. I hadn't seen him until tonight with their skill level with the basketball. They've got 4 players on the floor who are very highly skilled with good offensive ball skills.
Three-point shot up and in, Derek Reed. 18-15, he pulls the Bearcats to within 3 points of the Saints.
Well, that was against Southview's zone. Southview is playing a 2-3. We very rarely see that.
Gabrios getting a breather on the bench, and Brian Ramopoulos in the lineup. Marquel Miller up, and it drops.
Now, Bedford's defensive transition isn't very good. Southview is really hurting them with their offensive transition game. They don't get back very well.
Another three-point attempt, but this time missed by Derek Reed. Loose ball, and we're going to have a foul.
Oh, that's going to be on Ryan Jackson, too. Darn it.
Foul is on Ryan Jackson. That's his first.
You know,
and the team's fourth.
Bedford bothers the rebounder, and they also chase him down from behind. It's called back pressure, and I've noticed they do that very well. That's the second time tonight they forced a turnover after they lost possession.
20-15, Southview with a 5-point advantage here in the waning moments of the first quarter. Dishing it off and dropping it in for two, Jason Chapman.
Well done. I think you got to front that. If you're going to play him a zone, you've got to front that low block. You can't let the kid stand there and catch the basketball.
2017, Southview now leads by 3. Ryan Jackson up and in.
I think I'd play him a little man-to-man, Coach Curry.
22-17, Southview again with a 5-point lead. We're down to 1 minute, 40 seconds remaining. First quarter, 3-point shot missed by Jamal Rippey.
Okay, that's going to be a foul.
And a blocking foul as Marquel Miller came from the backcourt across the timeline into the forecourt.
That'll be their 6th, so we're going to the line on the next foul. Ron, we've had a lot of fouls. 10 fouls already in the first quarter for both teams with 1 minute and 34 left.
Gabrios and John Brown coming back in the lineup for the Southview Saints. Adrian Rodriguez and Ryan Jackson getting a break.
And one of the reasons for that is both of these teams play full court basketball, and they're both playing very hard.
Now in the lineup for Bedford, number 2, Damian Blake, a junior.
Got 2 big bodies down there on the block, Smalls and Chapman. Now, I think if Southview is patient,
John Brown with the shot off the rim. Marquel Miller getting the rebound, goes up. He's fouled. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
Good job, Markel. Markel, of course, leading scorer for the Saints, is shooting 59% from the free throw line. That free throw line's getting better. They're, as a team, up to 59. They're getting better, but it's still a problem.
Foul was on Donzel Moore, his first, the team's 7th henceforth.
Miller averaging 13.4 for the year.
The Saints will get the bonus 1-1. Marquel, however, fouled in the act of shooting. So far, the Saints are 4 for 4 at the foul line here in the first quarter.
And are shooting the ball quite well. The Saints for the year are shooting 43%. If they shoot 43% tonight, they'll win.
And the first miss. Missing on the shot for the Bearcats, Brandon Pitts.
See, they challenged the rebounder again, forced another turnover.
Thompson missing. Gabe Rios comes down with it.
All righty.
Thompson is going to be called for a foul. Gabe Rios had the rebound. Instead of calling for a jump ball, they got Thompson for the foul. That's his first.
Good, and that's the 7th, which means we go to the line.
That's the 8th.
Or the 8th, I'm sorry. 1-1
It won't be long. We'll be in the double bonus.
There you go.
Southview just with 4 team fouls. 23-17, the Saints lead by 6. Gabe has an opportunity to increase the margin.
Ouch.
Misses on the first, the rebound by Thompson.
That's a charge. What's he going to call? That's got to, he's going to call a block, Ron.
No, he's calling it. He's calling it the way he saw it.
Oh, big call. But again, Bedford, they're getting the ball out, and they just come screaming down the floor with it. And they're very good in transition. I'm impressed.
That is the second personal foul on Thompson. And the 9th team foul.
Now, Ron, that's not a shooting foul, the charge. That's a player control violation. So that's why the Saints aren't going to the line.
Brian Ramopolis into the forecourt, dishes off to Rios. Rios with the three-pointer off the rim, and Marquel Miller got the rebound, but is he going to be called?
Did his stick back go in, Ron? I was looking away from the action.
No, it did not.
Didn't? Okay.
All right, the foul is on Donzel Moore. That's his second. Marquel Miller at the line will shoot 2. 23-17, again, 6-point lead by the Saints with 48 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Marquel can increase the lead. Misses on the first. Marquel Miller, one of the seniors honored prior to the start of tonight's ball game, making the second. 24-17.
Okay, Ryan Jackson back in the game for Miller.
Marquel Miller was a first-team All-Lake Erie League in football, first-team All-District team captain 2 years, first-team All-Lorain County, special mention All-Ohio, top 100 football players in Ohio, basketball team captain for 2 years, excels in basketball and need to say football, and Gabe Rios is going to put in.
See, you can force turnovers out of a zone. You can still run through the passing lane.
26-17, Southview leading by 9, and a 30-second timeout called by Everett Hurd of Bedford. And just a reminder, we'll be picking a Palace Civic Center Movie Move player of the game at the conclusion. The Palace Civic Center with a great movie coming up Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, February 27th, 28th, and 29th. It will be The Lord of the Rings, Return of the King. 7 p.m. showing all 3 nights. And it's rated PG-13 for intense, epic battle. $3 for adults, $2 for children 12 and under. No doubt many of you have seen it, but you'll never have an opportunity to see it on a larger screen and with a more profound and outstanding sound system than what they have at the Palace Civic Center. So if you've seen it once, see it again, and see it the right way at the Palace Civic Center. Lord of the Rings, Return of the King, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, the 27th 27th, 28th, and 29th of February, 7 p.m. showtime all 3 nights. Three-point shot up and good. Charles Osby.
I am very impressed with Bedford offensively. Their half-court zone offense is well organized. They got a little high-low thing going on there. Their offensive transition is terrific. Their problem as a basketball team is defensively they don't get back. That's why Southview's getting so many easy shots and layups, and their half-court man-to-man defense isn't very good. But I'm impressed with them offensively, no doubt.
26-20, 6-point lead by the Saints. Brian Ramaklis in the circle, in the lane, up
There
and
you
in.
go. See, that's not good defense. Good job, Gabe.
Couldn't save it, goes out of bounds. The Bearcats will get it. And we're down to 1/10 of a second remaining here in the first quarter. Southview 28, Bedford 20.
It's impossible to score. You cannot score with 1/10 on the clock.
A valiant effort by Danzel Moore, but not enough. 28-20 is our score at the end of the first quarter. The Southview Saints in the lead. Bob and I will be back with the start of the second quarter right after this timeout.
Since 1921, your hometown financial professionals at First Federal Savings of Lorain have dedicated themselves to meeting the financial needs of their customers and surrounding communities. They offer a wide variety of financial investments as well as home mortgages to meet your every need. Loans on boats, cars, mobile homes, and other worthwhile purchases are also available. Whatever your financial need, First Federal Savings of Lorain is ready to help. 7 convenient locations to serve you in Lorain, Huron, Sandusky, Port Clinton, and now at 36690 Detroit Road in Avon. First Federal Savings of Lorain is an equal housing lender and FDIC insured.
Not long ago, Albert couldn't take long walks. He was diagnosed with a bad heart. After considering all the treatment options, his heart specialist recommended a pacemaker instead of putting him to sleep. Get the facts about animal research.
CC's Pizza, all you can eat for only $3.99.
CC's Buffet has 16 kinds of great tasting pizza, pasta, salad, and desserts, all you can eat for only $3.99. And CC's was voted #1 for overall customer satisfaction.
Best buffet that you can find, lunch and dinner anytime. Let's go to CC's Pizza. Great taste at a great price.
All right, second quarter action here at Lorain Southview High School. The Saints in the lead by 8, 28-20. Bearcats put the ball into play, the possession arrow in their favor.
Ron, the Saints are up by 8, and we're thrilled about that. But guys, this Bedford team can score the basketball.
Almost a takeaway by Marquel Miller, a miss on a three-pointer by Derek Reed.
They're organized. They don't turn it over. They do a very good job smacking the boards also.
Missed shot by Donzel Moore. Saints with the rebound.
My point is 8 points is not a lot.
Adrian Rodriguez off the feet.
Now, come on, Adrian. You know better than that. You forced that.
Of Charles Osby, so the Saints will keep possession. We were talking about Marquel Miller, his plans after high school to continue his career in basketball or football. A missed shot by Miller. Ryan Jackson feeds it off to Miller, over to Gabe Rios.
Yeah. Gabe's having a nice game shooting the basketball.
31-20.
You know, Gabe came into the game 16 for 48, 33% from behind the arc. Now, Ron, I know, does Gabe have 2 threes so far?
Well,
did they give him a 3 on that?
Apparently not, because the scoreboard is showing 30 points.
All righty.
And the Southview Saints
now they just put another.
All right,
up.
that was a 3.
Right.
That's what I thought. Okay.
Right. 31-20.
In the meantime, I lost. Okay, the foul is on Gabe Rios. That's his second.
Okay, now, just watching Chapman shoot the ball. If the game comes down to crunch time, if he touches it, he's the guy you foul. If you take a look at this shot, you've got to make a mental note of it. If you're a coach, in the back of your head, this is the guy we're going to foul. I don't even care if he makes it, but if you take a look at the shot, it's not very good.
Well, he made them both.
I know, but I'd still foul him at crunch time. I would still foul him at crunch time.
Marquel Miller, and he's fouled.
See, you can get the ball inside. You can attack the basket against Bedford's defense pretty much at will. The key is stopping them at the other end, rebounding at the other end, getting through their full court pressure, which is fairly decent. Once you've accomplished that and you get it down here, you can get anything you want if you make good decisions.
All right, the foul is on Jason Chapman. That's his second. Marquel Miller at the line will shoot 2. We were saying about Marquel.
All righty.
Marquel plans to go on to college. He hopes to continue his career playing basketball or football while in college and majoring in sports management. Mario Ezel, who started the game, a senior, has played basketball for Southview for 4 years. He plans to attend Lorain County Community College. Missing on the second and rebound by Gabe Rios. Brian Ramoklis with the 3 off the rim, no good, and it's Chapman coming down with the rebound. 32-22, Southview leads by 10.
All right, better job of getting back in transition that time. That's going to be a key. You've got to get ahead of the basketball against Bedford because they can bring it so well.
Taking the ball to the basket, dropping in 2 is Derek Reed.
I mean, he just beat Ramoklis off the dribble. I mean, you know, very highly skilled. Help was too slow getting over there, and there's another steal. The Saints, before the turnover, before a travel could be called, wisely took a timeout.
Full timeout on the floor. We'll be back in a moment.
I got a new baby sister. She hasn't come home yet. Got born too soon. She's really tiny. And Mom seems worried. I think she came early so she could play with me. I hope we get to play together.
All right, 6 minutes and 12 seconds remaining in the second quarter. It's 32-24, 8-point lead for the Saints. Bearcats hoping to narrow that gap on this possession.
Okay, the Saints now have switched defensive again. They're either in a little matchup zone or they're playing man-to-man. I believe this is their matchup zone. It looks like a man. Good back cut.
Down the middle and up with 2 is Derek Reed.
See, and that score was the result of a turnover. You can't turn the ball over.
And they're going to call Marquel Miller for offensive charging. Oh, my.
Well, you know, I always thought you had to be set to take a charge, and certainly I didn't think, in my opinion, the defensive player was set there. I thought he was moving right along with
Marquel. Absolutely.
Exactly, and that, to me, is not a charge.
That is the second personal foul on Marquel Miller, the team's 6th.
All right, straight man here for the Saints. I think this is what they need right here.
32-26. Just a 6-point lead now for the Saints. Into the lane, trying to find someone to dish it off to, and we're going to get 3 seconds called on Courtney Hopper in the lineup for the Bearcats. Courtney Hopper, number 3, is a junior.
Okay, now I think if you're playing half-court defense against Bedford, you've got to be aware that every one of those kids can beat you off the dribble. You have to respect that a little bit more and back off. Just back off a step or two to give yourself better angles to stop dribble penetration. Now this half-court trap they're running is not that good. This shouldn't present a problem. Now stay behind the ball, John Brown, so you can reverse it. There you go. There you go. That's how you do it, right there.
Adrian Rodriguez was going down the lane.
Mario, get
Mario
your hands.
saved it. John Brown up and in.
That was a big basket. Mario Ezell, get your hands above your waist. Get your hands ready to play.
34-26, Saints back by 8. Their biggest lead in the ball game, 10. And a takeaway, Brian Ramokalis into the lane, up and missing. And the rebound, we're going to have a foul, I reckon.
See, a lot of people think you've got to press to force turnovers. You can press at half court. You can still run through passing lanes. You can still trap. You can still force turnovers.
Foul is on Mario Ezell. That's his first and the team's 7th.
That was a nice steal by Ramokalis. I'd like to come out of there with at least a basket or a couple of whacks from the foul line as opposed to putting them. This could be a 4-point swing. And again, 8 points. Bedford is very highly skilled. Offensively is not a lot of points in this basketball game. Do not be comfortable if you're a Saints fan.
Donzel Moore at the line, shooting the 1-and-1, missing on the first, and the rebound by Thompson, stripped away by Ezell, picked up by the Bearcats. 3-point shot, missed. Thompson on the rebound, goes up and he's fouled. Missing on the three-pointer was Charles Osby.
Going to get Mario Ezell for reaching in.
And that is the second personal foul on Mario.
And generally, I think officiating at the high school level is better than good. But I don't know how that call could be made because the official was screened from making that call.
Thompson at the line, he'll shoot 2. Jason Thompson with 8 points back in the first quarter picks up his first point here in the second quarter. 34-27. It's a 7-point lead. Thompson can make it a 6-point lead. And he misses.
Another
but
rebound.
The rebound by the Bearcats. Thompson gets it, puts it up, no good. Finally, John Brown comes down with it. Gabrios inside the circle, loses the ball. He's tied up, and the possession arrow belongs to Southview.
Wow. I feel that the Bedford has kicked it up a notch defensively. They're playing just a little bit harder. And I have to give them credit. They're the only team I've seen this year that has forced Southview to take off their vaunted full-court press. I give them credit.
Number 34, Vince Velasquez in the lineup for the Saints now, the 5'11 senior.
So now Bedford's playing off the ball, off the dribbler a little bit, trying to contain it.
Gabriels tried to go up with it, lost it. Picked up by Vasquez and rammed it off the legs of Derek Reed, so Southview will keep possession.
Earlier in the game, Bedford was more on the ball, playing tighter. Now they've loosened up a bit. It takes away some of those driving lanes. See how they're off the basketball?
Brian Ramokalis missing on the three-pointer in the ball grabbed by Charles Osby.
And that's the strategy there. They're forcing you to shoot it from the perimeter, which goes back to our key of the game. We've got to shoot the ball tonight. I'm impressed with Bedford's organization.
Brian Ramokalis tried to take it away from Courtney Hopper. He's called for the foul. That's his first personal. Hopper will go to the line and shoot the 1-and-1. That's the 9th team foul against the Saints. One more, and both these teams are going to be in the double bonus.
Now, 3 times tonight, Bedford has rebounded the basketball in a foul shooting situation for a stick-back opportunity. 3 times tonight. You've got to check out. And you've got to get after it. A couple of times they just got after it better than Southview did.
34-28, Southview's lead, 6 points. Hopper with a chance to narrow the gap to 5. In and out on the foul shot, and the rebound by Thompson. He puts it in for 2.
That's just what we talked about before the shot was taken. That's the 4th time they've had a second shot opportunity, and that's over and back.
On the pass from Vasquez to Brian Ramocalis. Ramocalis was still in the backcourt.
And a lot of that is you've got inside position automatically. A lot of that is just getting after it. And I think Bedford's getting after it on the offensive glass better than Southview's getting after it defensively on the glass.
34-30, Southview with the 4-point advantage. 3 minutes, 15 seconds remaining in the second quarter. And we're going to have travel called against Courtney Hopper. He hopped once too often as he took the baseline.
Ron, while we have a second, Marquel Miller's foul situation and Jackson's foul situation.
All right, Marquel Miller has 2 personal fouls. Jackson has 1.
Okay, now those are Southview's 2 best rebounders. I'd get him in the game.
The pass into John Brown, taken away by the Bearcats. Into the lane, dishing off to Thompson. Up, no good on the 2-pointer. Yep. And going up for the stick back, Charles Osby. But he is fouled. And the foul is going to be on Gabe Rios. That's his 3rd.
Well, 34-30. We told everybody don't get relaxed when we were up by 9. These guys are good. And they're really hurting the Saints with stick back opportunities.
Both teams now with 10 personal fouls. Both teams in the double bonus. Osby makes the first.
And then down at the other end defensively, they're playing a little bit smarter than they were at the beginning of the game. They're sagging off. They're playing more of a sloppy man-to-man, forcing Southview to shoot it from the perimeter. And there's some pretty smart basketball being played here.
Missing on the second foul shot. Thompson on the rebound. Puts it up, no good. Still, Thompson gets it again. Up off the rim, no good. Well, and we're going to have a whistle or some kind of an indication that Southview's going to get the ball.
You know, that one did come off long.
All right, Thompson is called on the foul. That's his 3rd.
That one did come off long, but I still say that's their 5th opportunity on foul line situations.
2 minutes, 41 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Gabe Rios at the line. He'll shoot the double bonus. 34-31, the Saints with the 3-point advantage. They led at 1 point by 10. And the Bearcats just clawed their way back.
Ron, I could feel it. I could just feel it. You know, they have a certain swagger about them that I liked. I noticed it in the warm-ups. I could tell they came to play. This one's going down to the buzzer.
Gabe Rios missing on the second foul shot. He's in double figures now with a total of 11 points in the ball game.
Now, I'm just wondering, I know Coach Curry doesn't mind being second-guessed a little bit, why either Jackson or Miller aren't in the game, because we're getting hurt on the boards.
35-31, up and missing on the shot. Derek Reed, Southview on the rebound. Adrian Rodriguez being guarded closely. Brian Ramocalis into the circle, into the lane, up off the front of the rim, gets the rebound, gives it off to Mario Ezel.
Great pass, great pass.
Mario Ezel with 2 big ones. Wow. And he is fouled.
Big basket.
The foul is on Darian Green, his 1st. Number 35 now in the ball game for the Bearcats.
Now Ezel just 27% from the line. There you go.
Mario Ezel is 3 for 3 tonight at the foul line.
Coming up big. Coming just 27% from the line, coming into the game 3 for 3. Good
38-31. It's a 7-point lead now for the Saints. Up with a 2-pointer and dropping in, Donzel Moore. 38-33. John Brown dribbling through the traffic.
Attack the basket.
John Brown dishes off to Mario Ezel. Didn't know it was coming, couldn't hang on to it. It gets away. Here come the Bearcats.
Mario, second time tonight. Get your hands above your waist, ready to catch the ball.
Loose ball, and we're going to have a jump ball. It should belong to the Bearcats, and it does. 1 minute, 28 seconds remaining in the second quarter. 38-23 is our score. 38-33.
Now, I still have to wonder where's Jackson and Miller. Whoa,
Block three-pointer by Gabe Rios, and he gets the ball in the backcourt across the timeline.
Good closeout by Gabe. But,
and a takeaway as he tried to get it to Rodriguez.
Ouch.
In for two, all alone, Derek Reed. That hurt.
Yeah, that did hurt. Gabe made a great play and then turned it over. The kid ran through the passing lane. See, Bedford's pretty good.
38-35. We're down to 45 seconds. Ramopoulos no good on his layup attempt. Coming down with the ball is Donzel Moore. Reed with the three-point shot. It's good.
Wow, tie ball game with 33 seconds left. 38-38.
All tied up, as you said, with 33 seconds remaining. (38-38). Wow.
Wow, this is a great ball game. Use your dribble, Gabe. Somebody's got to make themselves available. Guys, when you see a trap, somebody else has got to make themselves available. You can't stand and watch.
Foul is going to be called against the Bearcats. Number 35, Darian Green. That's his second. And that's going to put Gabe Rios at the line. He'll shoot the double bonus. A chance to put the Saints ahead with 18 seconds remaining. We're tied up 38-38.
All right. Again, Rios at 66% from the line this year.
He's 2 for 3 thus far. 2 for 4, and he gets the rebound.
Powered up. He's
goes
fouled.
up, and he makes two.
Get back, Southview. Get back. Stop the ball. Stop the ball. You got to stop ball.
Three-point attempt, in and out, no good. Gabe Rios on the rebound, and he is fouled.
Wow, we're going to get a call here. The buzzer went off. Let's see if the official does the right thing. Gabe should go to the line here for a two-shot opportunity. Yes. Wow, that was a big sequence, and I thought Gabe got fouled on that stick back.
The foul is on Brandon Pitts, his first. Gabe Rios at the line.
For two.
41-38. He'll have a chance to make give the Saints a 5-point advantage in the locker room. Misses on the first.
Well, it's Lake Erie League basketball. The officials let you play. All righty.
And makes the second. So at the end of the first half of play, it is Southview leading by 4, 42-38. Bob and I will be back with the third and fourth quarters right after this timeout.
I would have given anything for some warning signs. I would have moved. I would have locked her up. I don't care if there were warning signs. I would have done whatever it took. I was never given that opportunity. A parent's not supposed to survive their children. It's not the scheme of things.
Since 1921, your hometown financial professionals at First Federal Savings of Lorain have dedicated themselves to meeting the financial needs of their customers and surrounding communities. They offer a wide variety of financial investments as well as home mortgages to meet your every need. Loans on boats, cars, mobile homes, and other worthwhile purchases are also available. Whatever your financial need, First Federal Savings of Lorain is ready to help. 7 convenient locations to serve you in Lorain, Huron, Sandusky, Port Clinton, and now at 36690 Detroit Road in Avon. First Federal Savings of Lorain is an equal housing lender and FDIC insured.
Second half action ready to get underway here at Lorain Southview High School. It's the Saints and the Bearcats for all the marbles. 42-38, Saints lead by 4.
Well, on the plus side, Ron, Ryan Jackson, that's a foul. On the plus side, Ryan Jackson and Marquel Miller were not in the game in that last 3 minutes. You know, Coach Curry, they both had 2 fouls, was making sure they didn't get their third, so he'd have them for the full second half. That's the reason why they weren't in the ball game. So he should have them, and the rebounding situation should improve.
Pass into Marquel Miller, missed on his shot, Gabe Rios, but it was Miller with the stick back.
Well, there we go. Much better already.
All right, that foul, by the way, was on Jason Chapman, his third, the first for the Bearcats here in the second half. 44-38, Southview now with the 6-point advantage right down the lane, dishing off to Thompson, putting in 2 for the Bearcats.
You see, John Brown just got beat off the dribble and there wasn't any help. Number one, don't get beat off the dribble. When somebody does, the help's got to be there. Where's the help side defense? Perfect opportunity to step in and take a charge.
Adrian Rodriguez to Marquel Miller,
Good
up
job.
and in.
Miller just fought for that basketball. Good hands.
Marquel Miller with 9 points back in the first half. He's got 4 already here in the third quarter for a total of 13. 46-40, still a 6-point lead. Chapman gets the pass, puts it in for 2.
Well, good offense there by Bedford. They cleared out the backside and lobbed it over the defender who was fronting the post.
The big guy from Bedford, Chapman, had 8 points back in the first half, 2 points here in the third quarter. He's in double figures now with 10.
Well, that was a set play. What they did was they brought the opposite post guy up to the ball, cleared out any backside help, and then, you know, Chapman's got a bit of a size advantage. You know, he pinned his man, and they got it in there. I mean, that's well-executed offense.
Chapman to the bench. And in his place, and that's going to go to Bedford.
Well, for the young people out there that are watching the game, watch what the Bedford players do when they rebound the basketball. They turn and they sprint to the other end of the floor.
Marlon Leak in the lineup replacing Chapman, and a takeaway by Rodriguez. He's going to dribble to the basket, loses the ball, and picking it up momentarily, but on the baseline was Charles Osby, so the Saints will keep possession. They lead by 4, 46-42.
Let's go, guys.
Brian Ramoklis with a 3, and it is in.
That's what we're going to have to do to loosen up that defense, because they're packing it in pretty good right now. And you hit a couple threes, you'll draw them out. That'll open the thing up for penetration off the dribble.
49-42, 7-point lead now for the Saints. Dishing off to Thompson. Thompson down the lane and drops in 2 points.
Yeah, give and go. Don't let anybody cut in front of your face.
Gabe Rios, and he misses, and a block on Rios. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
See, that's,
and it is Thompson on the foul. That is his 4th.
That is Bedford's weakness as I see it. They don't get back. And especially when the point guard, Thompson, attacks the basket, nobody else rotates back and covers deep. So you have scoring opportunities if you run with the ball. And Southie's had a number of those this game thus far.
Darian Green coming in the lineup for Bedford. He'll replace Thompson.
That is a big loss right there for Bedford. Thompson is one of their keys.
Gabe Rios with 15 points, the leading scorer in the first half for the Saints, and in this ball game now has 16, make it 17, as he makes both foul shots.
Thompson's averaging close to 18 points per game and is their leading scorer.
Jason Thompson has a total of 15 points at this moment.
Now I think, Ron, that should be an offensive foul. We were in perfect position. The defense was set. I don't see it, and neither does Coach Corey. He's very upset over that call.
Foul is on Marquel Miller, his 3rd, the team's 1st.
Okay, there you go. Gabe Rios, good job. Stepped in and took the charge along the baseline. Now, at halftime, the Saints were working on how to attack this little half-court press. Much better.
Ramoklis fakes the 3, tried to get it to Rodriguez, loose ball. And finally, Moore comes up with it, goes up, misses on the shot. That was Reed, pardon me.
See, guys, just pass and catch. First open man get the ball. Too much mustard on the hot dog. Just pass and catch. General rule in basketball, don't jump up in the air to pass the ball unless you know exactly where it's going to go.
Foul is on Marquel Miller. That's his fourth. And he's going to come to the bench.
Well, 51-44.
7-point advantage for the Saints.
Good
Ryan
pass.
Jackson dishes off to John Brown. Couldn't control it to put it up.
Put it up when you get it in there, John. Score or get a foul.
There goes John Brown on the rim, no good. Coming down with the rebound, Charles Osby. Missing on the shot, Donzel Moore. Rodriguez.
Ryan Jackson has to come up big on the boards in this half because of Markel's foul situation.
Rodriguez, he's got two. First two of the ball game for Adrian Rodriguez.
That's been a big improvement in his game. He's not taking it one dribble too far anymore. He's pulling up and shooting it. Good job, Adrian.
53-44, Saints by 9. Three-point shot up off the front of the rim, no good by Derek Reed, and it's Gabe Rios on the rebound. We're halfway through the third quarter, 4 minutes remaining. Pass into Jackson, taken away by the Bearcats. Coming down with the ball, Marlon Leak. And on the alley-oop, it goes out of bounds, knocked out of bounds by the Saints. They denied the Bearcats a two-point opportunity.
And a timeout by Bedford, and that certainly is one of the strong points of Ryan Jackson's game, blocking shots.
All right, with a full timeout on the floor, it's 53-44. The Saints leading. We'll be back right after this timeout.
Not long ago, Albert couldn't take long walks. He was diagnosed with a bad heart. After considering all the treatment options, his heart specialist recommended a pacemaker instead of putting him to sleep. Get the facts about animal research.
Back here at Lorraine Southview High School, 3 minutes, 57 seconds remaining in the third quarter. The Saints leading 53-44. Bearcats putting the ball into play. Almost taken away by the Saints. That was Reed faking the three-pointer and putting in,
and hit the cable.
Hit the cable, okay. So that'll give the ball to the Saints.
And Ryan Jackson had secured the rebound, but Ryan has got to come up huge in this half with Miller in foul trouble. Of course, Bedford's hurting the Saints on the boards nevertheless.
Jackson purposely laying back, and the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by the Bearcats, Charles Osby. Saints will keep it.
Again, having trouble with this little half-court trap.
And Gabe Rios is being trapped. Finally gets it out to Ramokolis. Gabe fakes the three to Ramokolis.
Bedford's perimeter people are very athletic and can put more pressure on the basketball than just about any team I've seen this year, with the exception of Toledo Scott. I mean, they can really get after you. And they're difficult to beat off the dribble.
Adrian Rodriguez to Gabe Rios.
Yep.
And he's got two.
Because they have good lateral movement. Big basket.
55-44. Here, the Saints with their biggest lead in the ball game, 11 points. Off the hands of the Bearcats, into the hands of Ramokolis. Two more.
See, you can force turnovers at the half court. You don't have to press. You can force them at the half court. Good job.
57-44. Saints by 13. We're down to 2.5 minutes remaining in the third quarter. And another takeaway. Gabe Rios, and the ball gets into Ramocolis' hands. Adrian Rodriguez to Ryan Jackson. Up and in. And the Bearcats have seen enough. They want a timeout. They want to talk about it. And we'll keep it right here with 2 minutes and 11 seconds remaining in the third quarter. 59-44. The Saints really going to town. A reminder that we will be picking our Palace Movie Move player of the game at the conclusion. And the Palace Civic Center will award that player free passes to a weekend movie of his choice, along with free popcorn and free soft drinks. The Palace Civic Center, 6th and Broadway, downtown Lorain. Remember, the last weekend in February, they'll be showing Lord of the Rings, Return of the King, 7 p.m. showings Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, 27th, 28th, and 29th. $3 for adults, $2 for children 12 and under, on the biggest screen ever with the best sound system. If you've seen the movie before in one of those professional type movie theaters, then you've got to come to the Palace to see it, because it will be an extravaganza. Then the first weekend in March, the 5th, 6th, and 7th, the movie is Something's Gotta Give with Jack Nicholson and Diane Keaton. It's rated PG-13 for sexual content, brief nudity, and language. So keep that in mind, moms and dads, but a good, funny movie for the adults. That's the Palace Civic Center. And we're going to have a reaching foul on Brian Ramocolis, which is a foul that you don't quite agree with.
No, I don't, because I think the game's got to be consistent. That's been going on out here for 28 minutes already.
That is the second personal foul on Brian Ramocolis, the team's third. The Bearcats with 2 team fouls.
Okay, Bedford's having a little bit of difficulty recognizing Southview's defense, as I am. Looks like they're in their zone.
Coming into the lane and missing on the shot, Jamel Rippey.
Number 51 for Bedford.
That was Marlon Leak. Marlon Leak with his first 2 points in the ball game.
Another stick back.
Gabe Rios going up, and he is fouled, and the foul is going to be on Marlon Leak.
See, I still think once you get it through that little half-court trap, they don't recover well. Bedford's transitional defense isn't very good. And then in the half court, I think if you spread them out, you can create a lot of scoring opportunities where you can either get fouled or go to the line, as Gabe just did. You know, they overplay a little bit on the perimeter, and they're going to be doing more of that as the game unfolds, because they're going to be chasing their behind. There will be opportunities to beat them off the dribble, force help, dish for a layup. Spread them out, though. You have to spread them out. That's the key.
And Gabe making both foul shots. 61-46 is our count. 15-point lead by the Saints. That was the 4th personal foul on Marlon Leak, one of the tall players off the bench for the Bearcats.
That's traveling.
And they're going to call a jump ball. Possession arrow belonging to the Saints.
Zone defense. It's changing defenses. Good job, Southview. Has created some confusion. At the high school level, changing defenses can create a lot of confusion and make athletic teams slow their game down. And that's what we're seeing right now by Bedford. Oh, don't pick up your dribble, Ryan.
Gabe Rios, baseline basket, and 2.
See, that's the weakness in Bedford. There was no help side defense there. Good job, Gabe.
63-46. Southview by 17.
Stop him here and hold
And a takeaway by Gabe Rios.
That's a
but a
foul.
takeaway from him. Identical numbers,
man.
21 taking away from 21. Brandon Pitts with his first 2 points of the ball game. Adrian Rodriguez up and no good.
I'd like to have held the ball there with 21 seconds left.
Donzel Moore, and the ball is knocked out of bounds by one of the Saints, so Bearcats will keep it. 16 seconds remaining.
Up by 15 with 20 seconds left. I would have liked to held the basketball, as opposed to, you know, missing a 4 shot and giving Bedford a chance to cut it to 13. You had the game under control. Ouch!
And a three-pointer by Jamel Rippey. The first points for Rippey in the ball game.
Just hold it.
Gabe Rios and the buzzer, and that's the end of the third quarter with the score. Southview 63, the Bedford Bearcats 51. Bob and I will be back with the fourth and final exciting quarter of this ball game right after this timeout.
Your one-stop place for something really special is Impressions, corner of Oberlin Avenue and Tower Boulevard. T-shirts and sweatshirts personally designed to your specific needs. Anything from bears, trains to zebras, and specially designed hats as well. And don't forget Impressions, your one-stop spot for school jackets. See Dave, the designer expert at Impressions, Oberlin Avenue at Tower Boulevard, right here in Lorraine.
CC's Pizza, all you can eat for only $3.99.
CC's Buffet has 16 kinds of great tasting pizza, pasta, salad, and desserts, all you can eat for only $3.99. And CC's was voted #1 for overall customer satisfaction.
Best buffet that you can find, lunch and dinner anytime. Let's go to CC's Pizza. Great taste at a great price.
Fourth and final quarter here at Lorraine Southview High School. Saints 63, Bedford 51. Three-point miss and a foul, no basket. Foul is going to be on Ryan Jackson. That is his second and the team's fourth. Between the third and fourth quarter, Michael D'Angelo won the drawing for the three-point attempt. He made the three-point shot. He gets a $150 gift certificate to Quaker Steak and Lube. $250. Oh my goodness. You know, that's going to buy a lot of hamburgers.
That's the third time I know that he has won that this year at various gyms. And generally, Mike can't throw the ball in Lake Erie. I don't know how he's making threes.
He must be doing a lot of practicing. Jackson with two.
Ron, the key for the rest of this game is going to be rebounding the basketball and not turning it over. Here comes Bedford with their diamond press. If you can handle the pressure and rebound the ball, you're going to win the game. Good job there.
John Brown with the ball in the forecourt. Rodriguez back out to Jackson.
And Southview should be patient. They're showing some patience here. Be patient.
Ramocalis three-pointer.
Oh! Wow.
68-51.
Because Bedford's going to come down and throw up some less than good shots because they're chasing and they're desperate. Now you've got to rebound the ball.
And the ball going out of bounds off of Thompson. The Saints will get it.
Wow. Well, we talked about the importance of shooting the basketball, and we've just seen, you know, Ryan hit a big jumper from the elbow, and Ramocalis hit the big three. That was one of our keys to a win.
Foul is on Bedford's Brandon Pitts. That's his second and the team's fourth. Both the Saints and the Bearcats with 14 fouls. Coming in the lineup now or into the game for the Bearcats, number 2, Damian Blake.
Now the Saints want to be a little bit patient here. Let the clock run.
Yeah, eat up the time.
Exactly.
Eat up the time.
Don't force anything. Make good, strong cuts, though. That's the key. I mean, it's easier said than done. There have to be people available to catch the pass. Run your offense, set good picks, make strong cuts.
Gabe Rios in the lane, up with the ball. Oh! Drops for two.
Gabe on the drag dribble into the lane. He's having a huge game.
He's got 25 points in the ball game at this stage.
That is incredible.
And that is Derek Reed driving in for two, 70-53.
Now, you can't stand around, guys. Too much standing right now. Too much standing. You have to have movement. Good.
Gabe Rios couldn't get it to go in. Didn't use the backboard. Coming down was Reed with the rebound. On a three-point shot, missing. Rippey.
All right, Southview ball. But 5:25, you're up by 17. Pretty much in my mind, it should be a layup or a foul shot. Of course, we're not in the bonus yet, but I think if you run your offense, set good strong picks, good strong cuts, you can get layups, you can take them to the basket, and you've got to eat up some clock here. I mean, this is for all the marbles. Let's do it right.
Long pass to Jackson, goes up, couldn't get it to drop. Ezell tried to stick it back, no good. Finally, Chapman comes up with it to Reed. Reed into the circle, up.
No!
And it's going to count for two, and he's fouled.
See, the downside to Bedford scoring is not only they get the points on the board, but they get to set up their full court press, and it's pretty good.
Foul is on Gabe Rios. That is his third. Derek Reed with a opportunity for three-point play, and he makes the foul shot. 70-56, Saints leading by 14 with 5:14 remaining in the ball game.
And the timeout, a full by Coach Corey and the Saints.
All right, Brian Corey calling for the full timeout, and a reminder that this is our final regular season basketball game of the season, Bob, but WLCS TV 20 will be going on the tournament trail. This year we will be following the boys, and TV 20 will be at Midview for the Division I Sectional District Boys Basketball Tournament, and we will have as our first game Tuesday, March 2nd at 8 p.m. Southview going against North Ridgeville.
Ron, and that's a good game for Southview. Ridgeville was playing pretty decent the first half of the season. They've really been struggling the last 5 or 6 ball games, so that should be a good game. But after you get by that one, you've got to play Olmsted Falls, and I had some friends see Olmsted Falls play over the last week, and they were very impressed. Very impressed. Not a very big team, but kind of similar to Bedford in size and very skilled. Very impressive.
All right, TV 20 will also be at Midview on Wednesday, March 3rd. Admiral King going against Westlake. That game will not be called by Bob and Ron, but rather by the WEOL crew as Mario Ezell puts in 2.
You got to love that. Team presses you and you get a layup, you made them pay.
Mario Ezell had 7 points back in the first half. The first 2 here in the second half. A miss on a three-pointer by Blake, and Brian Ramokalis steps up with the rebound, missing on the two-point shot, and it is Blake coming up with the rebound.
All right, take away all their transition buckets, force them into a bad shot. They're chasing right now and rebound, and you should be okay. Get ready to help off the dribble. There you go.
And a throwaway going out of bounds. Thompson just couldn't quite grab it. 72-56 is our score. A 16-point lead by the Saints with 4:34 remaining.
Now, Bedford is not playing with the enthusiasm they were playing with 5 minutes ago. Mario Ezell, come on, pal. Get those hands up. Get ready to play. Get ready to catch the ball and score. You just missed 2 points there.
Also honored tonight, Senior Parents Night, the senior girls basketball players, Samantha Deso, Lysandra McClin, senior cheerleaders that were honored, and a takeaway by Mario Ezell, Brian Ramokalis, and 2.
Yeah, Bedford, they're hanging their heads now.
Senior cheerleaders that were honored, Michelle Mauricio, Janet Sanchez, Melissa Santiago, and Amanda Silva.
They don't have the same swagger they had earlier.
2-point shot good by Derek Reed. Reed the leading scorer for the Bearcats, and going out of bounds.
You know, Gabe, catch the basketball. The last 2 possessions, the Saints were in perfect position to score in transition. And again, not being ready to play. Your hands have got to be above your waist. You've got to be ready to play.
74-58, 16-point lead by the Saints with 3:30 remaining in the ball game.
Good defense.
And the foul is on Gabe Rios. That's his 4th.
Okay, no harm there because it's only the it's the 16th foul. Yeah, there is some harm there because in the next one they're going to the line. You want to keep them out of the bonus. It's
over and back. The pass from Thompson to Courtney Hopper. Hopper couldn't quite hang on. Saints will get the ball.
Well, we're in pretty good shape here, Ron. 3:24 left, 74-58, 16 points.
Are you feeling a little more comfortable for the Saints?
You know, and we talked during the timeouts. I have not been comfortable for this entire game. I'm getting comfortable now.
Okay.
You know, this is just, first championship in 18 years.
Ryan Jackson got the pass and went up with it, but he was fouled immediately before he even had a chance to go up with it. The foul is on Anthony Lumpkin.
Yeah, I know how hard the coaching staff has worked. I know how hard the kids have worked. I know what they did in the offseason, and this is just a tremendous, accomplishment if we can get this last 3 minutes and 10 seconds out of the road.
Jackson at the line to shoot 2, missing on the first.
Now, there's one more league game after this. It's at Maple, and if you recall, we broadcast the first meeting between the Saints and Maple, and it was a 35-point win for the Saints, so you'd assume they'd be okay next Friday, but you could make that a moot point by getting this one right now.
The Southview Saints back in the first half had 2 triples, both by Gabe Rios, and they were 10 of 16 from the foul line. A missed shot by Damian Blake. The Saints on the rebound. Pass up the floor to Mario Ezel. He had no control of the ball or himself and tried to get it back to Jackson.
Mario, catch the ball, come to a 1-count stop. Then pass it. Or catch it and score.
I think his momentum prevented him from stopping.
I do too. I do too.
Anyway, the Saints will keep possession with 2:52 remaining in the ball game, 75-58. Saints leading by 17. Brian Ramopolis loses the ball. Thompson gets it. Thompson on the dribble all alone. Oh! Wow! Brian Ramopolis on a 3, no good. Chapman comes down with the rebound.
I don't like that shot. Don't shoot that shot. That's not a good shot.
Derek Reed up and no good on the shot and a foul.
Okay, Bedford just dunked one. Okay, it only counts for 2 points. Don't lose sight of what you're trying to do. Don't lose composure. Don't force anything. Don't let the game deteriorate.
Foul is on Mario Ezel, his 3rd. Derek Reed at the line. And Coach Corey wants a 30-second timeout to get his team in a position to take care of the last couple of minutes. Real quick on the Palace Civic Center, the movie on the last weekend of February, Lord of the Rings, Return of the King. The movie on the first weekend in March, Something's Gotta Give, with Jack Nicholson and Diane Keaton, a great comedy. And other movies in March, the second weekend, Along Came Polly, another great comedy. And the third weekend is Cold Mountain, a movie up for the Academy Award. And then the last weekend in March, the 25th, 26th, and 27th, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, the Open Door Christian Academy will be putting on their operetta, their musical, and it will be Oklahoma. So those are the big events coming up at the Palace Civic Center, 6th and Broadway, downtown Lorraine. Derek Reed at the line. He'll shoot 2, missing on the first.
Now, guys, 5 times they had sticks-back opportunities in the first half. Check out. Get them on your back. Make them foul you. Don't let them get a stick back here.
And misses on the second.
Over the line.
But he went over the line, so the Saints get it regardless of the great effort by Markwell Miller on the rebound.
Okay, now, Saints, you can't relax right now. I see a little relaxation going on out there. You can't relax. Finish this out right.
The Bearcats had 3 triples back in the first half. They were 5 of 8 at the foul line in the first half.
and move the basketball. Don't stand. Good read, good cut there by Miller.
Ryan Jackson almost went with the three.
Coach Curry would have snatched him in a second if he did.
Adrian Rodriguez moving in the circle, putting in 2. 77-60. Derek Reed, he's got 2.
All right, I know Southie's going to go into their little triangle delay game here.
And it's Derek Reed putting the hold on Ryan Jackson. That'll be a foul on Reed. That is his first personal foul, the team's 6th. Southview will simply put it into play. Vince Velasquez coming into the lineup for the Saints, replacing Ramocalis. And Coach Everett Hurd is letting some of his bench people into the ball game. Skylar Constant, number 55, a sophomore, now in the ball game. Number 3, Courtney Hopper, a junior. Number 2, Damian Blake, a junior. Number 31 is Donzel Moore, a sophomore. Number 54 is Jason Chapman, a senior. So that's the 5 for the Bearcats.
And a foul on the Bearcats. That'll put Adrian at the line. That's their 7th, I believe, in the half.
Marlon Leak in the lineup for Bedford. Chapman to the bench.
Rodriguez, 69% from the line for the year.
And this is his first opportunity at the foul line tonight. Now in the lineup for the Saints, we have Marquel Miller, Darnell Small, Adrian Rodriguez at the foul line, making the first. Also out there on the court for the Saints, Gabe Rios and Vince Velasquez. And John Brown now comes in, replacing Gabe Rios.
Great job, Gabe. Super. And I'll tell you, I know Gabe scored big tonight, but I liked what he did on defense. I really liked what he did defensively tonight.
And Adrian Rodriguez making both foul shots. 79-62, 17-point lead by the Saints with 1 minute and 25 seconds remaining in the ball game. We can call this a victory as number 51, Marlon Leak, pushed off of Marquel Miller.
Yeah, he did. No doubt about that, Ron. I know in the next stoppage of play, Coach Curry's going to start to bring his seniors out. I hope the crowd gives him a rousing ovation for this effort this year.
Darnell Small looking for 2 points, and it's blocked. John Brown tries to tip it back in, no good. Marquel Miller comes up with the loose ball, and it is out of bounds, but I think we have a foul, and the foul is going to be
now I expect
on the Bearcats.
I expect Coach Curry to start taking his seniors out soon. Miller at the line, 59%. And here come the seniors. I know they're going to be taken out one at a time. Coaches like to give the fans an opportunity to recognize each of the seniors in their final year, and they sub like this toward the end of the game. Here comes John Brown. Good job, John. Good job.
All right, John Brown out of the ball game. He's got 4 points, all coming in the first half. 2 in the first quarter, 2 in the second quarter. Marquel Miller making both foul shots.
Comes Marquel Miller. Good job. Great job, guys.
Marquel Miller with 15 points in the ball game, 9 in the first half, 4 in the third quarter, and the 2 foul shots here in the fourth quarter. 81-62, 19-point advantage. Up and in on a shot by Skylar Constant.
Now, I'll bet the next one out of the game is Smalls.
And a takeaway by Marlon Leak. And he missed it.
Hang on the rim, technical foul.
And a technical, right, hanging on the rim.
You can't do that.
If you're going to do the dunk, you got to do it right.
Right. The only time you can hang on the rim in high school basketball is if you're hanging on the rim to protect yourself from when you come down. If there's a pack of bodies below the rim, something like that. But you can't do what that young man did.
And what's embarrassing is the fact
he missed
the shot. Okay, Vince Velasquez will shoot the technical. And Marlon Lee comes out of the ball game. That was his 5th and final foul. Replacing him, Jamil Rippey.
Here you go, Vince.
And Vince will get his name in the scorebook. He's got his first point, a chance to make it 2. And he does.
71% for the year. Good foul, good free throw shooter. Vince, another senior coming out of the ball game.
83-64. If we were not giving the score often enough for the folks at the AmVets, trust us, Southview is going to win this ball game. We've got 31 seconds remaining, 83-64. What an unbelievable performance by the Saints. Up with the shot for the Saints, Maurice Bennett, now in the lineup, number 25, a 6-foot junior.
Kick for a 3.
3-point attempt by Damian Blake, no good.
They're under control here.
And it's Bennett.
That's it.
On the rebound, Darnell Small with a 3-pointer.
Go for the 3.
Off the front of the rim. Taking the ball to the basket for the Bearcats, dropping it in 2 is Jamil Rippey. And that's the end of the ball game. The Southview Saints are champions. They are out-and-out champions of the Erie division of the Lake Erie League, winning this ball game 83-66. And you talk about a jubilant group of young men.
I mean, what a great feeling that's got to be in your senior year to win a very tough league, first time in 18 years. I mean, just terrific, just terrific. And winning that Erie division, everybody was very good this year. That is no small task.
And the amazing thing is, it's been a great year for the Southview Saints. They were the conference champs in volleyball,
right? Wrestling,
and wrestling. Now basketball, and they might have even been, and I'm not quite sure, in cross country. But it's been a great, great sports season for the Southview Saints. Anyway, Bob and I will be back to wrap it all up. We hope to have Coach Corey and maybe some of the players join us, and we'll be back right after this timeout.
It's a sound we take for granted. Life seems so simple as a child, yet 500,000 children in Ohio have vision problems. Problems that, if not detected early, can lead to loss of sight and cause difficulty in learning. Simple activities like riding a bike can become dangerous. Each year, 4,000 more children in Ohio will make a trip to the emergency room with a sports-related eye injury. When you register your vehicle or renew your license plates, add a $1 donation to the Save Our Sight Fund. Your dollar will help provide training and equipment for vision screeners, protective eyewear for youth sports teams, eye health and safety programs in schools, information and support for the families of children with amblyopia or lazy eye. Say yes to Save Our Sight and save the sight of Ohio's children. For more information, call 1-800-755-GROW or visit www.saveoursight.org.
Thanks for giving to Save Our Sight.
Well, as you can see, we're not back yet, but we just had to show you this. A great moment for the members of the Lorain Southview Saints basketball team as they mount the ladder and take their share of scissor snips on the net. And while you're watching this, we can give you now the final scoring statistics for the Bedford Bearcats, who are now 9-7 on the season, 5-4 in the Erie division of the Lake Erie League. Courtney Hopper had 1 point. Jamil Rippey had 5. Brandon Pitts had 2. Charles Osby had 4 points. Donzel Moore had 2. It was Marlon Leak with 2 points. Skylar Constant had 2, scoring in double figures for the Bearcats. Jason Chapman with 10, Jason Thompson with 17, and high for the Bearcats, Derek Reed with 21 points. For Brian Curry's Southview Saints, now 14-5 on the season, 7-2 in the Erie division of the Lake Erie League, and the conference champions. It was Adrian Rodriguez with 6 points, all coming in the second half. John Brown had 4 points, but played some great floor ball. His 4 points back in the first half. Vince Velasquez had 2 points at the foul line in the fourth quarter. Mario Ezel had 9 points. In double figures for the Saints, Ryan Jackson with 10. It was Brian Ramokolis with 12. Marquel Miller had 15 points. And high point man for the Saints and for the ball game, Gabe Rios with an 11.4 average per game, dropped in 25 points. Maurice Bennett now on the ladder.
Well, Ron, I think one of the key to the game was Southview, we don't have a shooting stat yet.
And it looks like Marquel Miller gets the final snip of the scissors, and the net is down, and there are the champions.
But I thought the key was Southview shot the ball well. I mean, they had a good shooting night from the perimeter. I mean, and they beat Bedford down the floor in transition and converted. So many times we've seen the Saints play where they'll beat somebody's pressure, they get it down, they do everything right, and they don't convert. They did convert tonight. I thought those were the keys.
All right, they're going down to the other end of the gymnasium to snip down that particular net. And while you see some of that action, just a bit of a wrap-up here. Scoring triples for the Southview Saints. There were a total of 4. Gabe Rios had 2 of them, 1 in the first quarter, 1 in the second quarter. Brian Ramokolis had the other 2, 1 in the third quarter and 1 in the fourth. So the Saints had a triple in each of the 4 quarters. At the foul line, well, we don't quite have that. We know that they were 10 of 16 back in the first half. In the second half, they were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 of 12 at the foul line. So wow. Just a great job at the foul line for the Saints in the second half. 11 of 12. That means they were 21 of 28 for the night. And there's
a sight. There's a real sight.
There's the Southview equipment manager, Michael D'Angelo, who just happened to hit a triple between the third and fourth quarter in the contest and won a $250 gift certificate to the Quaker Steak and Lube for the 3rd time this season.
There's Coach Corey. I'm glad they gave him a whack at it.
All right, Coach Corey, and he's got to be elated. This is what, his second, third year?
Second year
at the helm, leading the Southview Saints and this has got to be a momentous occasion for him. And I know his proud father in the stands,
Yes,
George
I
Corey,
saw George.
and his mother, Kathy, and his wife and little child. I think the child is too young to appreciate what's happening, but I'm sure that someday when he grows up, she grows up. Which is it, he, she?
It's a he.
It's a he. When he grows up, I'm sure Brian will show him the tape.
Mike Scott, and really the Saints coaching staff, just did the assistants, Mike Scott and
Alan Quattlebaum now on the ladder, snipping at the net.
Coach Stacy, I should have started mentioning names because I know I'll forget somebody, but just did a terrific job all year long. And you know what they do is they teach fundamentals. At practice, you don't see a lot of running up and down the floor full court. You see a lot of breakdown drills. And a real smart coach told me one time years ago, if you teach fundamentals, winning and losing will take care of itself. And I think that's what you see here with the Southview Saints. They're very fundamentally sound. They teach fundamentals, they work on fundamentals, they execute, and then you let the chips fall where they may and unfold and let winning take care of itself, as it did tonight.
And there's freshman coach John Winborn.
I want to see if Coach Stacy can get up on that ladder.
He did.
Oh, he
While
did?
you were talking,
Okay,
Coach
all right.
Albert Stacy was up on the ladder making the snips. But the coaching staff for Southview, Brian Corey, the head varsity coach, assisted by Albert Stacy and Michael Scott, who is also the JV coach, and the freshman coach, John Winborn, and his assistant, Jamie Montague. And that's Jamie snipping right now at the net. Looking at the scoring by quarter, the Southview Saints at the end of the first 8 minutes had an 8-point advantage, 28-20. In the second quarter, the Bedford Bearcats outpointed Southview by 4. Southview dropping in 14 points while the Bearcats had 18, and the locker room score, Southview's advantage just 4. It was 42-38. Then in the third quarter, Southview put in 21 points, holding the Bedford Bearcats to 13. The end of the third quarter, it was 63-51. In the fourth and final quarter, the Southview Saints dropped in a total of 20 points, holding the Bearcats to 15, and our final score, 83-66. So while the jubilation continues on the gymnasium floor here at Lorain Southview High School, we're going to take a break, and hopefully when we come back, we're going to have Coach Corey, and we'll be talking to him, and Bob and I will just kind of wrap it up. But first, this timeout.
Well, I won't back down. No, I won't back down. You can stand me up at the gates of hell, but I won't back down. Gonna stand my ground, won't be turned around. And I'll keep this world from dragging me down. Gonna stand my ground, and I won't back down. Hey, baby, there ain't no easy way out. Hey, I will stand my ground, and I won't back down. And I won't back down. No, I won't back down.
Okay, here we are back in the balcony of Lorain Southview High School. What a great night on this Friday, February 20th. A Lake Erie League Erie Division Championship, and Coach Brian Corey his second year at the helm at Southview, and my partner, Bob
Incredible.
Braskich,
You did a terrific
talked
job.
to the champion.
Brian, number one, did you ever think going into this season that you'd be sitting here tonight talking about a league championship? Come on, be honest with me.
No. I mean, we talked about a lot of different things prior to the season, but you know, that's one thing, and we didn't want to set our expectations too high.
What made it happen then?
Honestly, I don't know. You know, I think more than anything, we found a way to win. We started the season 0-2, and then we found a way to win. And once we found a way to win, the kids began hating to lose.
Exactly.
And you know, they play so unbelievably hard. They never give up. Even at times when we have to go to a smaller lineup and
which you did tonight due to foul trouble, I presume, in the second quarter.
Exactly. And, you know, even when the going gets tough and we have to put out a smaller lineup against some bigger, stronger teams, those small guards come through. I mean, they play extremely hard. Sometimes they're at a disadvantage, but even when they're at a disadvantage, they still fight and they still push and get after it defensively, and that's been the difference for us all year.
Right, and also, Coach, there's another thing. You and your staff, you know, a very smart coach told me one time, teach fundamentals and winning and losing will take care of itself. And I know what you guys do in practice as far as breakdown and teaching of the game, and really that's pretty much your approach. I mean, isn't it, to teach fundamentals and then pretty much let it unfold?
Oh, yeah, I mean, there's no doubt about it. And I think part of it, too, our first couple games of the year, part of our struggles were we were breaking so many things down. We hadn't had much of a chance to put everything together yet. So because of that, we were a little bit farther behind than a lot of teams. But as the season progressed, we continued to get better where a lot of other teams stayed the same.
What did you think you had to do in this game to be successful?
Well, you know, I think more than anything else, obviously we pushed the basketball every single possession. We started the game out pressing. I didn't feel as if we needed to do that to get the tempo where we wanted it. They were going to do it. They were going to do it for us. And we got a lot of our steals in the half court. I thought the biggest keys, you know, the biggest key in the second half, and the difference, what turned the game around in the second half was, you know, we took away their transition. Guys sprinted back. They didn't get any more easy baskets. They had to go through the heart of our defense.
Exactly.
And we did a better job rebounding the ball when we had Markwell and Ryan, and that was our biggest disadvantage when we had them out of the game. They're two of our leading rebounders.
And my hat's off to Bedford. That's the first team I've seen force you to take your press off this year.
Oh, yeah. And, you know,
I mean, they have a nice ball club.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you know, personnel-wise, they're phenomenal.
And they're very well organized.
Yes, they are.
Yeah,
and that's what we talked about prior to the game. You know, they are very well organized. They're very well coached, and they have a lot of younger players out there that are going to be back again next year.
And all of that makes this win just that much better, Brian. I know you're in a hurry and you have to get down and talk to the paper people. Thanks for stopping up, and
I appreciate it.
We'll talk soon.
Hey, thank you for everything you guys have done. My kids, the community, everybody loves it.
I want you to sit right where you're at.
Okay.
Don't move, because I want to take this opportunity to thank Coach Corey and the Southview Saints for providing TV 20 and our viewing audience one of the greatest basketball teams that we've encountered in the 5 years that we've been covering basketball. You talk about exciting. I mean, it reached a point where I didn't even have to look at the chart to see who's who. I identified with these young men. Now, normally at this point in time, we pick our Palace Civic Center Movie Move Player of the Game.
You're going to put him on the spot.
Well, I just want to say that earlier today, I called the general manager of the Palace Theater, John Handyside, and I said, John, there's an excellent opportunity that the Saints are going to win this ball game and win the championship, and I think we should give free passes, free popcorn, free soda to every player on the varsity team. And he said, go for it, Ron.
You go.
All right.
You can tell your players they are all
Sounds good.
Movie Move Players of the Game. Compliments of the Palace Civic Center.
Hey, I thank you guys for everything. I had to go talk to the media before they kill me.
Brian.
Thank you.
Brian. Thanks again for a great season. Bob?
Hey, that was fun. We had a great time.
It was great.
I hope we're not finished for the year.
Well, we're going to be at Midview High School for the Southview North Ridgeville game, but that is going to be the final game you and I are going to do, because WEOL will be doing all the others.
Well, I'm
even if
thankful for
Admiral
that.
King, in their first game against Westlake, that will be the audio by WEOL. And if both teams should win and move on, WEOL is going to do both those games on March 6th.
Okay.
So we've
Fair
got
enough.
one more to look forward to.
Great.
Along with our TV 20 audience, they're going to see all of the action from the Midview Sectional District as long as the two Lorain teams stay alive. Any closing thoughts about tonight's ball
What a
game?
great evening. Super evening, Ron. Thank you. Thanks to Bob. Thanks to everybody. It was really a great night.
All right, we want to thank Bob Braskich and our cameraman, producer, and director, and Schlembaker. I got it right, Bob? Bob Schlembaker. I'm not the world's greatest on names. It takes a while. We call those senior moments. Bob, want to thank you for being our cameraman, producer, and director tonight. Joe Bach, you missed a great game. Trust me when I say that. All right, that final score once again, it was Southview 83, Bedford 66. Until we see you at Midview on March 2nd, good night, everyone.
This has been a production of Lorain City Schools, TV 20 WLCS.
To purchase a high-quality copy of the program you just viewed, please call Lorain City Schools Television at 282-8400.